but the need to be helpful is stronger than the potential stability that she would have. Tussle. Okay. When we look at the sun, there's only the sun's in Leo, da-da, in the 10th house, da-da, da-da, da-da. And there's not, it's trine Saturn, it's conjunct Jupiter, da-da, 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 da-da. With the music, please, and some dancing, please. Here I am. So that's really positive. There's only one stressful aspect to the sun. That's to Mars. So she can, for all her determination, she can lose patience with the Mars. So we'll come back to this. I'm just glancing at it quickly. We're going to go into this. Her sun, her confidence, never mind her security and her needs. That's the one. Another thing I should mention is that she did move out of her home and change countries and move to another country, have to learn another language and build up another reality away from her past. And then there was a lot of work trying to build up the new her and trying to not be so attached or noticeably attached to her past. Yeah, so when I think about it, just think about the moon. One last thing about it, that moon Neptune is likely to have allergies or tendency to be something's not as seen around diet, health, one family. Okay, we look at the sun, it doesn't have those factors. It's very prominent, it's high, it expects to be the Lord and Master and the best at what one's doing and to be acknowledged. Here I am, I've done this. And the Mars is going to push assertively to do things. So she's going to have a certain aggressive side or an impatient side to the sun. So in Leo, the darkness is increasing, but the daylight is greater. I'm here for you. I'm working for you, but I'm really doing this. I'll take on this. I'll do this for you. I'll accomplish. I'll be part of this. I want to be part of this. I'll make this happen. And her son's going to be there, and people go, "Well, there she is. Hey, people are going to notice her." Okay, now, and she thrives on getting that attention. She doesn't feel she needs it. She wants appreciation, but she's insecure about her appreciation, but she needs to be noticed, needs to be applauded. And she's going to work really hard to get respect, to accomplish things, to hold things together. That's the 10th house. But that Leo, the fire, the pride, the determination, the style, the wanting to show people. This is a big part of it. And truly, she dresses very colorfully. Partly the Taurus style, partly the sun. You notice her. When you meet her, you see her across, you notice her in a room. She stands out. It's natural territory. If she had brothers or sisters, she'd expect to be the best and stand out. If she was the only kid, she'd still expect to be best to stand out, expect to get the respect around things. And now, so it's fixed. The daylight, nighttime's increased, darkness is increasing, daylight is greater. It's projected. I got to project it. It's fixed. It's fire. Here I am. Ta-da, this is me. This is how I am. This is my style. This is the way I do things. Don't get in my way. Applaud. I'm here. Let the bells ring out. Let the children cheer. I'm here. But with the okay, I don't want to get to the aspects. The aspects are really interesting here, but I don't want to get to that first. In the 10th house, it's rising. She's projecting her sun, and it's high in her chart. The only thing higher is Mercury, so that's the most prominent planet by what goes outward. So she thinks about what's needed in the world, what has to be done, and she's trying to live up to that, and that's a high status. That's a rising sun. I'm making the effort to be noticed, and I want to accomplish something. I can achieve this. I'm going to do this. I'll do this. So this is her. She needs to do things. She needs to get respect for things. She needs to have her own business, have her respect, be her own authority. You can't tell her what she has to do. She's got to come to it. So this 10th house is angular. It's where she's driving in her special Leo style. You know, so it's angular, and it's in but it's an earth angular practical. I've got to take care of things. I got to have a certain style. I got to have certain things. It's going to take care of things. So this is high profile person, supposed to be a high profile person, having a career, working with a career, having a career. So imagine if she had a career that was artistic or creative. Artistic would suit the moon, the sun in Leo in the 10th house. She'd be a great fundraiser. She could raise money for a cause. She would be really great at being able to, she could be an agent that makes connections for other people and gets everybody known and makes connections for what people need. She's very, that's her strength. But she didn't necessarily feel that strong or that supported around it. So she may not get the support of family to study as much as she wanted or something like that. But this need to be best at something, that's there. The need to teach, to show. She could teach, she could work with problem kids, she could set things up. The Jupiter there is a really big plus. It accentuates the need to be seen, the need to be noticed, and to do kind things and to be understanding and to live up to one's understanding. So in a certain way, she gets respect. She's a cosmopolitan person. She has several languages. She lives she's moved, she built herself up and learned another language. There's the Mercury up in the 10th, built up her career, built up and been able to survive and make do and build up a world and a life in another country from the one she grew up from, which probably was a good thing to move away from because of that moon Neptune. But the Jupiter, that would open up friends, the idea I got to travel to find myself. If I'm not getting respect here, I got to go get it somewhere. So you can see that need to travel, but it's also a need to teach, a need to understand, need to have a comprehension of life, need to show people how to do things. There's a need to lead, not a need to follow. Okay. So living up, the moon with its weaknesses, living up to the need, she'd get moments where she's living up to the need, and other moments if she was doubting herself or feeling insecure or complicated, it would be hard to be confident because she wouldn't want to show any problems at home. She would be too proud to show any possible. She'd want everyone to see the best. She's always well dressed, always nicely dressed, always noticeable. So she gets the admiration and attention. So, and she can go on it, but the inside has this insecurity. Just as the moon phase is coming to the end, it's the end of the phase. I've got to go to a new depth. That's there, and the moon phase and the moon situation is complicated. Tends to build that up too. I don't fit in here. I'm not getting what am I doing here? I'm held down here. I'm in there. It goes through its swings. So the moon, in this case, not strong because of the Neptune. It's strong otherwise, but the sun, it's shining, it's strong, but the aspect to it is Mars. So she's going to work hard. She's going to be very strong and very assertive in what she does. Like, she's going to be physically strong, determined. She loves to dance. She's part dancer, part act. She likes to make things happen. And I mean, she used to walk for hours and hours and then stop in a coffee shop or where she wanted to be, but she would walk and be physical a long way. But see, her Mars squares the sun and the Jupiter. They're all tied up. The sun and Jupiter tied together. So when she's feeling good, she's feeling great about herself. She's really, I won this. When she goes home and into her past, she doubts it. But the drive that Mars is rising to, it pushes the sun. So she asserts herself perhaps a little more than is necessary. So she might be a little aggressive or a little ambitious or push hard. When she's pushing hard and she's already prominent, it's going to make her more prominent, but it could attract the envy or the competition or the jealousy of others. So that Mars to the sun It gives her the strength to do things and to deal with stress, but it also attracts battles and makes it a little abrasive. And when the Jupiter in on that, it increases sometimes the anger or the abrasiveness. She can try and do too much and do everything for you, and then know how to compromise to, I'll do some of it, you do some of it. It's more like I'll do everything or you're doing everything. It tends to magnify the extremes of this. But still, her confidence, that's not the worst of aspects. That's anger management. That's just directing energy. So she's strong. She needs to work at things. She needs to make the effort. And whenever she believes in herself or feels supported, she can do that. But if she's not, if people attack her for being too strong or too pushy, she's going to feel insecure and try and escape and get all these, in her own reflection, her insecurity can mess up her own confidence. But the being out there, both planets are high, it's acted out in the world, there's a need to present herself and to do things and to do it strong. My only point is in pushing the strong with the square of Mars, there's going to be stress. I have to do this, I'm doing this. So she's going to do things determinedly and strongly, but she's kind of stomping as she goes. It's not as, I don't know, she could just step on people's toes or come, she's trying to get attention, she might take it away from other people, in which case there'd be competition. So you have people who really like her energy and then people who would be contradictory to it. But she's not going to be a follower in any case. Okay, so altogether, these are the two stubborn fixed qualities. They're both there, and you can't assume how the Neptune's showing. You can see the potentials for it, but you have to look at, you have to see the Taurus moon. You'd have to ask, what do you like? How do you get along? How do you get along with your mom? What's happened? Where have you been? What's happening? When you try and go into the past, she has confusions around it. She changes from, she's trying to avoid or change the past and move on to the new moon, to the new her. And whenever anything gets difficult or any feeling or home or moods or gets difficult, there's a tendency that I can't stay here. It's going to change. It's changing. I got to be going towards the new. But whenever she's going towards the making things happen, her drive, her assertiveness to make that is great. Her support from family or from home is not necessarily that good. So here's a person very capable, but may not get that much support. She could be at home more. She could have kids more. She could, like, a lot of things could happen with it, demand all her time, and maybe she doesn't take the career. But this is someone who certainly is supposed to have her own career and be making things going. So you have the Sun Leo with the Jupiter teacher. The person has to show things. You have the Mercury up there prominently, which we'll get to, which is going to be accentuating the career and working one-to-one ideas. So you also have the psychological depth of the 8th house that the moon's in, trying to understand these things. Who had this? Carl Jung, Sun, Leo, Moon, and Taurus, same thing. So it was a psychoanalyst, it was a psychologist. She has that depth, so her ability to be the therapist, or to be a counselor, or to advise people what they should do is very strong, very capable. So she's capable of so much, but it's hard for her to feel secure. There's mixed signals there.